Okay,
Are we
so
live?
We're live.
We're
Yeah.
live?
We're live.
We are live. This is episode 27. I am Thomas,
This is Robbie.
This is Jarrett.
and we are Believe in the Run.
Believe in the Run. I got it.
Come on, Jarrett.
Yeah.
We didn't
Jarrett.
practice.
You know, some of us have normal feet and can catch on quickly. Others have like caveman feet.
There's in
and
the evolutionary past.
Yeah, and eventually we'll get there, whether it is a month or two after normal people get it.
it's
Alright.
so easy. Jarrett could do it.
So, anyways, we're back after a 2-week hiatus. It seems like we've been on the on again, off again. Just like we've either been gone or it's been like the
I'm gonna have to
holidays.
tell Robbie he's got some bagel in his tooth. You got a
That's-
black piece.
That's why I
Do
didn't.
I?
Yeah,
Oh,
you might
man.
want to fix that before we go
That's
live.
why I didn't take
Yeah.
a bite.
Hey, Robbie, what were we gonna talk about? Because I
Tell
can go
them
ahead.
it's because Megan made us.
Megan makes the most amazing homemade from scratch bagels that you'll ever have. She actually uses this flour
No,
that's
don't tell them.
yeah, it's bread flour, but it has 8 grams of protein per bagel, and it's only like 200 calories per bagel, and it's delicious and tastes better than anything that you can get out anywhere. So that is why Robbie is off camera right now, but he will be joining us shortly.
That's good enough.
Yeah, it's probably good enough. It might even not be picked up on the 4K video. Who knows?
Yeah.
And there's only 3 people watching. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
okay.
having food in your teeth is
Yeah.
all the rage now. That's
Yeah.
what the Jonas Brothers had.
I think Galen Rupp is going to run the trials that way.
Yeah.
With celery in his teeth.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah. Speaking of Galen Rupp and some things like that. Well, actually, right off the top of the show, let's first announce that we now have a Patreon page, Patreon program, whatever. It's a Patreon. You know what it is. In the description, click on that. Check out some benefits we got. We're pretty excited about it.
We are excited about it. I mean, there's some things that we'd like to do, and we'd like to upgrade some of the quality of the video and some of the other things that we're doing. And to do that, you know, most of this is a passion project for us.
Yeah.
So
Like
to make
this,
that happen,
this is very passion month.
yeah, to
It's
make
true.
this happen and to grow it, we're gonna need some help.
Yeah.
So-
So we have some awesome benefits over there, like behind the scenes, exclusive access to things, one-on-one shoe advice, some really good discounts from other people and giveaways. It's gonna be cool. So check out the Patreon page. Shout out to a couple of our new patrons actually. So Johnny Porto is the one contributing member who we're giving a shout out to this episode. He's also
Thank you,
shouted out-
Johnny.
Thank you, Johnny. Yeah, and we're just really excited for everything that's gonna happen with that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's move on to where you've been the last week, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty exciting. I went to Nike headquarters last week, and
The mothership.
yeah,
Yeah.
the mother.
His
It was
dream.
it was insane. Like, it's everything that I had hoped it would be. There's only one thing I feel like I missed out on, but for the most part, you go there, it's like a museum of sports. Like, every building is named after an athlete. When you walk inside, it's like a museum to that athlete. Like, for example, when you walk into the building, there's a whole setup. You get to see the original Moon Racer shoe. You get to see the waffle iron that they dug up on Bowerman's property, which they think is the actual waffle iron that he did the first tests on. You know, it's incredible. And you move over and you go to the Jordan building, and there's every Michael Jordan shoe iteration there encased, and just the memorabilia is there.
Is that the thing you missed out on? You thought you were going to meet Michael Jordan?
I did think I was going to meet Michael Jordan.
It's weird
Actually,
they didn't line that up for you.
you know what I missed out on, what I would have loved to seen, is sometimes when we get invited to a shoe company, like I went to New Balance one time a long time ago, and I got to go back where I could see the sketches of the new shoes, some of the colors that they were thinking about, kind of that inside look at how they start designing a shoe. That was not this trip for Nike. This trip was purely to talk about Infinity and React Infinity and how it's going to play into the 13.1 in Los Angeles. So it was pretty much a guided tour, but it was cool. We got to see the campus. I got to see that famous track that's out in the middle of the woods.
Did you get to run on the track?
I did run on the track, but that wasn't the most exciting thing about the track. When we got there, Galen Rupp was working out on the track, so I got to see Galen Rupp, like, as far as me to the camera, just doing like warm-up exercises.
And then you raced him for 10 meters and lost.
Yeah.
No.
And then you
Yeah.
saved that to your Strava, and it said that you ran with Galen Rupp because you.
Oh, that would have been
You
brilliant.
you
That
could've
would have
done
been
it.
brilliant.
See, that's why you need.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so Galen was there, and it was kind of cool seeing him on the track. And it is a beautiful track. And it was funny, someone mentioned, I think it was our our host mentioned that running on that track is different because it has the woods in the middle and the woods on the side. It does seem shorter than a regular quarter mile when you come across because you're distracted by
You can't see
like
like the
yeah,
other
it's not
side.
like a real long track. So we did end up doing, after we learned about Infinity, we did lunch and we did another informational, like we met the product line designer, we met some of the other things that
Coach
go on.
Bennett.
Yeah, we met, that was after the, was that before? I guess that was before the run. But yeah, Coach Bennett, by the way, is the funniest, most charming, like, human being.
He's got one of those mustaches to rival Jared Ward too.
I think his mustache could beat up
I
Jared
think
Ward.
so too. It's
Yeah.
like one of those. It's one of those brooms that chimney sweeps.
Yeah, and he's, you know, it came in the room before he did. It really is. Says everybody sit down,
So
shut
jealous,
up.
so jealous.
But yeah, he was hilarious. He is motivational. I think he could get just about anybody to run. That's probably why they have him do all the Nike running, guided runs. He's fantastic, and we got pumped up. We went for a run. I got to run on the track. My calf was a little injured going into that, and I think I got carried away because Mary Beth was there, and
From Jameson's
Yeah.
YouTube channel.
and we
There's
were
a couple other
kind
people.
of jogging around, and we kind of did this like little sprint on it, like joking around, and I think it messed up my calf. We go on the rest of the run. There's also like a little like traily kind of course. It's not really trail. It's kind of like almost like
Okay.
smoothed out. Anyway, yeah.
You immediately twisted your ankle, right?
No,
There's a place to run.
yeah, and
You
then
stepped off the
we
curb
ran
and
on
went-
one of the. They have like a soccer field. We ran on that. It was
Well,
fun.
you were on at your hotel. Who'd you run into?
Oh, yeah.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah, so Nike put us up at a hotel called the Nines in Portland. Super nice. And I get into the elevator, and I see a guy. I'm like, dang, he really looks like Steph Curry. And I look down at his shoes, and of course they're Under Armour, and he's wearing Under Armour socks. And I look back up, and he gave me the, yeah, I'm Steph Curry, don't bother me look. It was kind of like this. Little side eye.
That's what I try to do with everyone. It never works.
Yeah, so
Because nobody just
I didn't, and I think the Clay guy was on there. So I didn't want to, I'm not about to like ask him for a photo or anything like that, but I did think it was weird to go all the way from Baltimore, headquarters of Under Armour, to Portland to get in an elevator with Steph Curry, a sponsored athlete by Under Armour.
Yeah,
But
that's funny.
yeah,
But
it
then
was fun.
again, Under Armour also has a campus there.
Yeah.
And the
Portland-
Warriors
they
were playing in Portland.
Yeah, they're
right?
playing the
Yeah.
Trailblazers. So overall, it was an amazing trip. I learned a little bit of information on some upcoming shoes that I can't really share, but it was like, not that I got to hold them or see them. It was more like just talking with some of the Nike people. The last part of it that was a lot of fun was going to the company store and doing some shopping. Got Robbie something.
I don't have it here.
Yeah, and
I
I bought. This is Nike, but I bought off Running
Yeah,
Warehouse.
that's
Which follow our link in the description to pick up the same shirt.
Yeah.
if you want.
And again, if you join our Patreon program, we will be having our discount to Running Warehouse that you'll be able to use.
Yeah, that's like worth it almost.
Yeah.
Like, right
So we're gonna keep that to our Patreon members,
patrons.
and hopefully, it's a perk, and
Yeah.
it's something that. In working after I left Nike, I went down to Running Warehouse. We talked about our relationship. We shot some videos. You can already see the Kimbara video is out that we did with them. If you want to head over to Running Warehouse's YouTube channel after you watch the complete live show,
Obviously.
yeah, you can check that out. But I think that they're on the same page where the codes had just gone out to everybody, and everybody was kind of just sharing them and using them. We want it to be something that's about our community and about a perk of interacting with us.
So we have for our close followers, we have a discount that can be used for Running Warehouse, which, by the way, is the best place to buy running shoes online. That's not even like us pitching it; it really is. So yeah, like that's one of our low-level member perks for Patreon. But I do want to talk about the Nike stuff that just came out, but I think we should show some. This is like the tongue twister.
Show some shoes.
Show some shoes today.
Okay, what's the question?
Sure.
So Will Bates asks, any news on the Nike React Miler? Saw it releases April 1st for 130. What will be the difference between that and the React Infinity run?
We don't know anything about the React Miler.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Maybe-
going to be from conversations at Nike. There's going to be a slew of shoes that come out basically around this React foam for different uses. I'm not sure about the Milo. There's some other shoes that they talked about that were kind of exciting, and I do know there will be another Vomero, there will be another Zoom Fly, but there might be some changes in some of the other shoes, mostly in name for some of them, and completely wiped out, obviously, structure, Epic React.
Yeah, which sad about. Moving on.
You want to show some shoes?
Well, yeah, let's show some shoes.
What do you want to talk about?
Let's go to. I mean, this is the title card of our show, so might as well throw it out there.
All right.
I'm pretty sure we're allowed to show it. We haven't gotten any embargoes on it, so.
This is basically the Zante replacement.
The Zante Pursuit replacement.
Yep. This is the Fresh Foam Tempo, Fresh Foam X Tempo.
New Balance, made by New Balance.
I did not know this was the X. I
Someone
just
doesn't know
responded to someone that's a regular Fresh Foam, but it is the Fresh Foam X.
That makes sense. Oh yeah, it says
Yeah,
it right there.
yeah. I should have looked at that and in there.
And,
But
and everywhere on the shoe.
it's a light, faster trainer. I put this in the same category with like a Kimbara. You're gonna look at those Razor 3. This could go in even the Evo Ride from Asics. I throw it in that category. My second fastest marathon was in a pair of Zante. My first fastest was in a pair of Kimbara. My third was in a Vaporfly next. So you can still run fast in these shoes. You can still do damage in one of these. And you know what? The price point is a lot
it's really
friendlier.
good. Yeah, it's $110. $110.
Yeah.
And it comes out in March, I believe.
Yeah. The fit, I just tried it on. I haven't run in it.
Yeah.
Fit feels great. It's actually, I don't know if you remember, the Zante kind of had like a weird arc to it coming over the toe. This looks a lot more natural on the foot. The foam feels good. It's firm. We're going to show.
But by the way, you were saying that you weren't sure what the Fresh Foam was, and I think that all of the new Fresh Foam X's have like that little
That laser
that little laser engraving.
Who knows?
I might know.
Jared thinks he knows something. And we have the fuels, it's the
The Fuel Cell TC?
Don't
Fuel
turn it.
Cell TC.
We're not sure about if we're
allowed to show this
it.
yet. Megan ran miles in this morning. It is awesome. We're excited to share news about this shoe with you. We were thinking that maybe we'll premiere this on the Patreon.
We will
account.
say the first people that we can show will be our Patreon members, so for sure.
And this shoe, Meg's quote, is the closest thing that she has felt to a Vaporfly yet.
And let's just say we've run in the Brooks Hyperion Elite as well.
Yeah, we've run in the Brooks Hyperion Elite. We've tried on the Endorphin.
Saucony Speed Elite.
Yeah. So I think.
Skechers Speed Elite.
Yeah. So as far as softness, I've tried this one on. I haven't run it. Megan's run miles in it. She said that she was just going for easy miles. It turned out to be faster than she expected. She said it just kind of rolls through the stride. So this is going to be an exciting shoe.
Yeah.
It's a little bit heavier than the Vaporfly, but it has. I tried it on just to walk around. It's got that nice bounce that you're looking for from the midsole and that toe-off spring. So get excited.
But that's a preliminary thoughts. We'll get an actual
if you're
review
new,
soon.
if you're a New Balance fan, get excited.
My heart. My heart. I had hope.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to this guy. Putting them on side by side, this is your firm, more traditional racer feel. Low to the ground, kind of firmer feel, but still has a really nice cushion with this Fresh Foam X. And man, it's a fun shoe.
And it looks
I love the Zante.
I feel like it looks like the Dilophosaurus on Jurassic Park, like the one that spits on people. So I think if you Man, I wish you could get that as a highlight. So if you run in it, maybe it'll throw off some poison onto your competitors and paralyze them.
Yeah, Jeremy is here today in the studio acting as a producer.
Jeremy, who's been on the show before.
Ardenoy.
Winner of the 2019 Baltimore Marathon.
Runner extraordinaire. Jeremy, any questions about this shoe?
So far, release date for the Tempo.
It's like March sometime. We don't know the actual date yet.
And outside of that, when are we going to see that New Balance shoe? I'm assuming referring to the Racer.
The Racer, we don't know yet.
The TC.
Yeah. It has.
We have messaged our connection at New Balance to make sure that we're not doing anything that they don't want us to do as far as breaking an embargo on the shoe. So we try to keep our relationships tight, and one of the reasons we have to do that is.
I mean, it has to be before you. it has to be definitely before the Olympics.
Yeah.
But before the trials, I don't know. I mean, after nothing so far, but we'll see.
Jared, do you want to show?
Yeah, show
you
your
wanna
shoe.
Show your shoe.
Jarrett finally got a shoe, and
I got a shoe. I swear to God, every time I think about it, I think of that GIF from Titanic of the.
Is it
the
GIF
old
or GIF?
woman. It's definitely GIF.
GIF
It's
is the
GIF.
actual way to say it, but like the common way,
The
common,
the poor man's way to say
in
it.
today's nomenclature.
Of the one where she's going, it's been 84 years. The
Was it
Hoka
worth the wait?
Arahi 4. You know, this is a great shoe to get back into the reviewing game.
Yeah,
Because there is, I mean, this is not much change between the 3 and the 4. I mean,
And the Hoka Arahi 4 is the
light
stability shoe.
J
with the J
Frame.
frame. Yeah.
J frame for Jared. Can we start calling you Jerry?
We should just call him J Frame.
Yeah, J frame.
Yeah.
I like that.
You might get sued though from Hoka, so just be careful.
Bring it.
I mean, I got one run in today. I'm gonna take it for a long run tomorrow, and we'll see if really much has changed because
Did you do
the 3.
three?
I did the 3,
I think. Yeah.
and it looks like the same.
Yeah,
Even the
I know.
upper is very similar, but
What did it say? What was
They
supposed to be
turned-
changed on it?
yeah, they turned the
Pull tab.
pull tab
Okay.
sideways.
There
It was the upper is changed, but really it's a minimal.
So if you like
difference.
the 3, you're gonna
If you
love
like
the
the
4.
3, you're gonna love the 4.
Did you like the 3? Did you like last year when you reviewed the 3? Did you like it?
Yeah, I felt that the. I mean, I don't want to get too much into it, but the midfoot, it's not, in my opinion, as wide as like a true wide like New Balance or
Okay.
something.
Yeah.
So some people might have an issue
Yeah,
with
move that close to the mic so it can be louder.
But I was able to get it done, so I definitely want to see a little bit more, and I enjoy the Hoka cushion.
Okay.
I love the Hoka cushion.
So we'll get that going in here soon. We'll have official thoughts on that. What do you got in this nice little box?
Let's do an unboxing.
An unboxing.
This is a
Oh,
ridiculous
I forgot you
box.
got this shoe. I was.
You forgot I got this?
Yeah,
This, my friends,
we just got it yesterday.
is the unboxing. We just got this yesterday of the Adidas Ultra Boost PB.
PB.
What's the PB stand for?
Peanut butter.
Yeah, definitely peanut,
Peanut
butter.
butter.
Peanut butter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
It has to be personal
This
best. though,
fine
right?
carb or personal best or pure boost.
No,
Look at this. Wings open.
I don't. Can you even see that actual top? Or
I don't know.
I don't
This is one of those.
Do you hear?
years
We're doing
boys-
the.
know. Oh, the ASMR.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ASMR.
You're welcome.
Here's the tissue. Very nice tissue. Then out of the box,
Now we're finally gonna get famous.
the new.
Listen to that outsole. Oh, that upper.
Ooh wee! I have to say, on a sexy level, Adidas has nailed this shoe. I mean, this is hot.
Dude, I was so mad I didn't
What?
actually get that shoe when I saw it.
It's translucent, like the upper. I'm pulling out this
There's a
stuff.
tissue paper
Yeah.
down
Look at my fingers.
For anyone who can't see it, you can see his fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see my fingers through there. But is this not clean and beautiful
Dude,
looking?
it's like a way better version of the Ultra Boost.
I
in
wouldn't
my
take that
opinion,
outside.
Design wise.
Yeah, I mean, this thing is super hot. Black and white, just clean. I mean,
Oh.
I like it.
I'm gonna
NSFW
go.
content here.
I'm uncomfortable.
It's pretty. Yeah, it's not the lightest shoe, but guess what?
Doesn't matter when it looks that good.
No, I mean, I actually enjoy. I'm one of those people that enjoys running in the boost for easy miles. And this has the torsion bar. It has the Continental rubber on it, so it's got the grip.
Did you weigh it yet?
You want
Should
to
I
weigh
get
it?
the scale?
Yeah, let's get it. Let me pop this tag. Pow!
Oh, that could have ripped something.
Yeah.
Talking about it, though.
We're looking at stuff.
We're looking at things. That's what
Can't
happens when
tell
you
us
just
what to
unbox
do.
it.
All right, here we
Sorry,
go.
I'm the program director.
All right.
Wait, did you tear
Move your
tear it?
bottle.
Did you tear it?
Okay.
Hey, it's what you expect from a boost. It is 11.2 ounces.
For a men's 10.5.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, we didn't talk about how much.
And 318 grams.
We didn't talk about how much the tempo weighed, and that weighed 9.4 ounces for a size 10.5.
Yeah.
So that's. Nice.
It's a nice the tempo is a nice speedy shoe.
Is that lighter than the Ultra Boost?
I don't. I think it might
Like
be. I think it might be.
I think it is lighter.
Yeah, but I mean, this is a great shoe, not necessarily for putting in fast miles, but putting in easy miles. And I definitely think it's for that runner that wants to go to the gym and look sharp, and then maybe he's going to do 3-mile runs or just a little bit of cardio. This is that shoe that like really fits great for that runner that doesn't need the performance. Like we're trying to get the edge in everything we do, so we're always trying to get lighter, faster, whatever.
But like for your average shoe.
Yeah, if you're an average shoe, if you just want to look like a stunner and have a nice shoe that feels great underfoot, this will do the trick.
Is that that's not out yet, is it?
I don't know.
I don't think it is. I don't know.
So Bradley Bookman asks, is that Adidas still really toe heavy, or did they fix the balance?
Well, we haven't worn this one.
I
yet,
haven't
so.
worn it. It feels heel heavy, if anything. Like the toe does not feel. You feel the balance of the
Oh,
shoe.
yeah, it's definitely much more than the heel.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll find out. I
Well,
guess.
yeah, we'll find out, but let's see where it balances. No. There we go. Let's see.
This is a
The
scientific
science fair 1000. No, I can't figure it out.
Turns out it's inconclusive.
Anyway, that's the boxing.
All right, let's move on to a couple trail shoes that we got in this week. And by the way, like we've run in none of these shoes yet.
Oh, hold on. I've ran in a shoe.
Oh, you have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone here
Dude,
runs.
I'm so mad because the 2 Brooks shoes that we really want to talk about, we're not allowed to talk about for like 12 more hours.
That we have running.
Yeah, that we have run all our miles in. And
But they're on your feet right now.
And they're on my feet right now.
Yeah.
But it's super annoying because it's already out there. But
Yeah.
we're trying to do good by Brooks. So,
We call that a mensch. You're a mensch.
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
So we do have a couple trail shoes. Here is the Arc'teryx Norvan LD2. So we reviewed the Norvan LD, the first version last year.
Hold it steady.
Matt
They
and
can't see
Aaron-
it when you
sorry.
juggle it around.
Matt and Aaron really liked it. This version also pretty lightweight trail shoe with the Vibram Mega Grip on the bottom. I've worn it walking around. I'm gonna try it tomorrow running. Problem is it's like a size too big for me. Their sizing's like crazy.
Yeah, I'm actually going to do the Super Bowl race on Sunday, so I am probably going to wear the Skechers TRL for
the
that.
Trail Hyper.
Yeah, but if you want to come run
I
that,
think this way. That's on Sunday.
yeah,
Yeah, I forgot Super Bowl's on
it's like
Sunday.
$8 race too, isn't it? It's like $1 a mile, $12 maybe.
Whoa, that is
That's really nice.
from 8? That's way more.
Yeah,
Get pulled pork sandwich.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So this is like a
Okay.
pretty
You wanna come?
lightweight
I'm interested.
trail shoe. I mean, it's decently weighted. It's for size 8.5 men's. It was like 8.2 ounces.
Mm.
So decently lightweight.
Mm.
What's the price on that?
These are pricey.
Because
Arc'teryx.
yeah,
This is getting up there at on price. It's $160. So yeah, for this.
Well, that's Nike.
Yeah, I mean it's in that higher tier range. It's
Yeah.
not a surprise. The fit's really awesome. I really like it. I'm a little bummed that it's a little too big for me. It's like a very streamlined fit, which I love.
What size do you normally wear?
7.5, 8. So
this is
just-
a half size.
So this Aaron got this, but it's unisex sizing, which I didn't know, and so
So you
I
should've
ordered
just
her a
got
9.5 or a 9, I think, and they
Mhm.
gave her an 8.5, but it's too big, and it's still too big for me.
Okay.
So, anyways, and then we actually.
I mean, up close, the detailing on it looks pretty sweet.
It's a nice shoe. And then this is. Okay, so I didn't actually know I was getting this shoe. I was like, put myself down for it because I got the Hoka Speed Goat Mid. And then this just came in like this week, which is the HOKA Stinson Mid. It's a
Gore-Tex.
Gore-Tex. It's got some new.
That's actually pretty
It's
awesome.
got some nubuck leather with this really nice toe cap. Dude, the cushion on this is like insane. Which
I'm
the
sure
the
that looks so
Stinson
comfy.
the Stinson is like they're very highly cushioned, which is saying a lot for Hoka.
Mhm.
But this one is just like, dude, it's pretty legit. I'm loving walking around in
Yeah,
it.
Robbie full on looked like he was going camping yesterday at work.
I mean, if you're looking for like a good hiking boot or like a good winter boot that would just like keep you dry, like definitely check this out. I couldn't recommend it enough. Just wearing it the last week, I'm gonna wear it all winter. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I mean Gore-Tex makes it fantastic.
And you
for
know what?
me.
I did run in it, like trying to like catch a red light, like catch a crosswalk.
That's city running.
He did less than 1/10 of a mile.
But I did like
But
I
he
was
made
like
it.
just
He had
like
4 seconds left.
I just picked it up for like it was actually like 50 yards.
And you're like, I could run in this?
And I was like, oh, it actually feels like pretty light and cushiony. So I don't know. In an
I mean,
emergency,
it might be good on that snow day when you're hitting the trails or something like that where you just want that extra coverage.
Yeah, I mean they have a low version of this that's Gore-Tex as well. So like,
Yeah.
And
But this will keep it off your the snow off your ankles.
Yeah, I mean, and it honestly, if you're looking for a good hiking boot or just walking around boot, it's nice. It is expensive though. As a boot, usually it's $180. So
I mean,
Yeah,
that
I
makes
still
sense.
want that desert boot from.
Right.
that I
the
saw.
desert Hoka boot, was
Yeah.
super dope.
You're gonna have to sign
That's
up
the
for the
one I want.
military
Yeah.
if you want that.
I want that.
Any questions right now, Jeremy?
So there were a few. I think Jared answered. Have you run in the Clifton 6 before?
Mm-mm.
No.
I have.
You have.
It's one of my favorites.
Clifton 6. And then someone asked, have you noticed the difference between the new Fresh Foam Tempo and the Fresh Foam Pursuit and Feel?
Well, you haven't.
Yeah, I've run in the Tempo. I mean, just feel wise, I would say that this has a little bit of a softer heel to it. Just trying it on, it does seem. It feels like I have to hold it next to it. Feels like the stack is a little bit higher than it was in the Pursuit, but I mean, I'd have to hold it up next to it. I love the Pursuit. I think the upper on this seems a little more dialed in, a little more. The upper on the Pursuit was kind of like a knit sock like. This goes back to more of a traditional fit, and I like this better. In general, in shoes, I like this better. So I'm excited about this. This looks more like a Zante than the Pursuit did to me.
Nice.
I feel like this looks like a shoe where, for someone who wants to race, who doesn't want a carbon plate, like,
Yeah.
I mean, it just looks fast.
So you can kind of
It looks low.
use it for
and-
any distance
Yeah.
type shoe.
Yeah. And like I said, I ran a marathon in the Zante, and it worked out great.
Yeah.
So a couple more Nike questions.
Okay.
A while ago, someone asked about the Peg 37 pictures that have been sort of a new look. And then there was another question, someone asking, you posted about the React Miler on the gram yesterday again.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the Myler thing I just posted, somebody sent us a screenshot. We just reposted it just to see if anybody'd seen anything about it. We haven't seen anything.
Yeah, we're actually not privy to that, so
Yeah.
we honestly, not yet.
Yeah, not yet. Haven't seen it. But the what was the other?
The Peg 37.
The Peg 37. Yeah, they're getting rid of the fly wire. I think that it's going to be an interesting shoe. Pegasus has always been a weird shoe for me because I like it. I wouldn't say I love it. It's that I think it's a perfect shoe for entry level runner, for somebody coming in who likes just a nice soft cushion daily trainer.
I think that was like one of my first shoes.
Yeah, it's a perfect shoe to kind of get into it. I think it's kind of like before you start customizing something. So it's like a shoe that works really well stock, and then you like go, okay, for my personal, I like something a little firmer. So then I move over to here, and then somebody says, oh, I want something a little softer for a recovery day. So it's like the middle ground of where you start tweaking your preferences for a shoe. That's how I feel about the Pegasus. Like it's a great stock shoe, and then from there you go ahead and figure out what your preferences are and move to different shoes in Nike or in other shoes. Like this is a great example. This fits and feels a lot like a Pegasus right now, but with a firmer midsole. So I feel like what I like in a shoe is a little bit more firmness, because then I feel like I get the responsiveness off toe off and just a faster feel. So I'm excited for this shoe. I think in the Nike shoes, I like the Turbo better than the Pegasus in general. It's a good shoe that you could do tempos.
You do love the Turbo.
So they're gonna
It's a
be
good shoe.
Turbo 3.
Do we know that?
I know that there's a shoe like the Turbo that is coming out. It will not be called the Turbo.
Okay. There's also, on the trail side of things, the Wild Horse and the Kiger, it's Kiger 6, is that what we're on?
Yeah.
Uh,
March.
That's coming out in March. Kiger is just a upper
Did you ever get back to our contact?
upper
on that?
redesign. No, I will.
Okay.
So, anyways, the upper is a redesign on the Kiger. The Wild Horse, I think, is a complete overhaul. And then we don't have any in-depth details on the Peg Trail, but
I have heard
it's supposed to be dope.
Yeah, I've heard it's amazing.
So
It's gonna be a shoe that I think I'm gonna want. And last year I did
Because
less
all
trails
those trails
than
that
I've
you're on.
ever done. No, well, last year I did less trails than I ever did. The years before that, I used to at least do, a 50K or something on the trails. But it's just so easy to get out my front door and run roads in the city that to get trail shoes on, go out to the trails. It's just a lot more work. I think I'll try. I'll make bigger effort this year with the Faster Bastards and stuff to get out to the Thursday runs that are out on Patapsco.
Yeah.
Pretty technical trails. So
more trails for you this year.
Yeah.
Resolutions.
and
goals.
I'm going to run a trail race that I have no business running on Sunday, which is basically an 8-mile trail run, and I haven't been on a trail since
That
last
should be
summer.
entertaining.
Yeah, last summer.
Because you gotta
And-
run with your arms out
and I
just
fall.
Yell.
I
Yell
fall
into
all
it,
the
be
time. Yeah.
All right, well let's move on finally to some Nike talk, especially the World Athletics statement or ban, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, that came out today. Basically, the details of it, or the lowdown of it, is that so they're making restrictions and rules that, for starters, a shoe can only have a stack height of 40 millimeters
41, I
or
think.
under.
41 or under?
40 or under. 40. Yeah. They can only have one plate in them.
Well, one plate stack. So I think the way it was is that
Yeah, you
if-
could have two plates. They just
as-
can't be.
It has to be on the same plane.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It can't be on top
Yeah.
of each other.
Layered.
And then it also has to be widely available either online or in retail for purchase
4 months.
for
But-
4 months before the
Competition.
That's
competition.
easy to get around. That in my opinion. And I say that because, for example, we're gonna go over to the art scene. Banksy was recently, I guess someone tried taking his trademarks because he wasn't using them in Europe.
Okay.
So he opened up like a little shop and was selling stuff, and he said these cans were unlimited, but I'm pretty sure he only sold maybe 50 of them.
Okay. Yeah. But it does say widely available, so I don't know how they
A
term
lottery.
widely available.
I don't think there's a need to get around it, honestly. I think that most of these shoes, I think in a way, I think this all benefits Nike because they already have the shoes ready.
Totally.
They can just put them out, make them available. Who knows? You could have, they could roll up with a truck and just be like, okay, everybody.
Yeah. But here's the thing. No, here's what you're not thinking though, is that athletes aren't going to ever be able to wear a prototype shoe in a race because any prototype will not be widely available because it's in development. So Des Linden in her 2018 shoe, she's not wearing that shoe.
Yeah, she couldn't wear the
But-
Boston.
There's
But-
no way.
Because there's no definition of widely available.
But they wouldn't put a prototype shoe in any kind of
Why couldn't
production
it-
where they could sell to 50 people.
But I mean, what's to say? Why wouldn't they sell a prototype shoe and label it as a prototype shoe to 50 people?
I mean,
That's not widely available. You'd have to put it online, basically online and
a lottery. You have 5 million people enter.
Not only that, but part of being a prototype is that you don't want it to be
mocked up by
trade
someone
secrets
else.
or it's in
Yeah.
development, so you don't want anybody buying it or getting in the
Yeah,
hands of
because
someone else.
your competitor will get the shoe and be like, okay, I've got the next Nike shoe.
Yeah.
Let's break this down before they figure it out.
I mean, this is going to benefit Nike because here's the thing: the Alpha Fly will be out, and it'll be ready for Olympics, and everyone else is going to be 2 years behind them in the technologies, and they're going to have to race in their either race in blacked out Alpha Flies or or race in their whatever
There's-
racers are out now.
I think that they'll get creative. That's why those lawyers are paid the big bucks to get around. That's exactly what it will be.
Yeah.
Is figuring out the loopholes.
I mean,
I-
it'll be interesting.
I think
you're right. I'm sure that'll happen too.
There'll be loopholes, but it also, I don't think everybody needs a loophole. Look, the Next Percent and the Vaporfly have been out now since 2018. And
Which we should say the Next Percent stack height is 40 millimeters exactly.
Right. But they've been out. Well, you can't. The reason why I think this is being set in the sand now, they're like, all these records have been made in these shoes. We can't go back and wipe out these records.
Right.
These athletes did the work, they did the runs, and regardless, I've worn an X%. I'm not going to the Olympics. I'm not doing that. You still have to be an
Dude,
amazing.
I think you could still get there.
Come on, this
senior
is
Olympics
America.
or special. But actually, I probably couldn't even. Some of those athletes are better. Most of those athletes, anyway. But you're not going to erase the records that have already been done, and you can't go back. We can't go back from Pandora's box being open. So now here's the level that they're putting. They're saying that shoe is as much as you could do. All these other shoe companies are still trying to catch up to the Vaporfly, still trying to catch up to the Vaporfly Next. Nike still wins here because, I mean, like I'm saying, I haven't run in the TC from New Balance yet. I got to hold the Meta Racer from Asics when I was in California. It's a fantastic looking shoe, totally different than anything from the Vaporfly. I don't think it's trying to directly go head to head with them.
Saucony is going to have to bump up the release date because right now it's June 1st, I think, for the Endorphin Pro.
If they want somebody to be able to use it in the Olympics. But yeah, Jared Ward wouldn't have been able to run New York officially under these rules in the Endorphin.
And it does benefit Nike because here's the thing. The Alphafly will be out and released widely. And then now it's going to be all these carbon plate shoes that we have now against the Alphafly. The Alphafly is going to be ahead of the game for
and we don't know
for a year,
and we don't know what's
years.
in the labs at these other places where they're making 50 millimeter stack height shoes, and now they got to just scrap.
The Adidas prototype, it's like 4,000
Yeah,
millimeter.
the Adidas was like 2 king size mattresses stacked up. So we don't know what was going on there. That now they got to be like, well, there we go, screw it. And Nike already has the shoe that works and is beating everybody in that thing. So
and by the way, the Alphafly, I know we did an original article on it back like when we first saw the patents, but we do have confirmation that it does only have one carbon plate.
Yeah.
So the final version, so that adheres to the World Athletics rule. So they're fine on that.
their stack height might be a little high, but that's something that you can easily change. And I would
Dial
guess
back.
that during the process of developing the shoe, they probably tried several different stack heights.
And
so.
guaranteed they knew this was coming probably 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Like, you know they did. I mean,
I've got a question though. What does the World what does that apply to? Because that's not applying to every single race.
No, it applies to the Olympic trials, I would think.
I mean, and world
Majors, world majors,
and world records. So
So what's to stop having, let's say, Des Linden run that in New York, but we're putting some big athlete in a race with not a plan of breaking a world record? Or doesn't New Balance host
Yeah, but it's like saying, why not just ban it in New York City? Because your time isn't going to count. Your it's like doing steroids. Like why not put somebody in the Olympics who's on steroids and just see how fast they can go? No,
I don't think it's more so that. I'm saying more so to test the shoe out and work out kinks and stuff.
well, they could do that, but who's gonna waste it?
A race.
A effort in a race on a course where you're not going to be able to get it, that you're going to be disqualified from, or your time's not going to count.
Yeah, you're going to race in a shoe that's publicly available. You'll simulate a race and try workouts and fine tune a shoe before it goes out. But yeah, you're not going to. I mean, Jeremy, you race for stakes. You race for cash and do all that. You're going to jeopardize a race. He's shaking his head no. He's very quiet.
I mean, there's no way someone's going to check at a local race or something.
Yeah.
But there's no point risking it. But at these major races, you have race officials who say, hey, let me see your shoe, and then disqualified, no money.
And I wouldn't be surprised. We have drug testing. I wouldn't be surprised if they have like somebody who's like,
Check-in
let me see your shoe before the race. Let me see your shoe after the race.
Yeah.
And goodbye shoe.
That's what they're gonna do. They're just gonna be, that's not mine. Never seen it.
Any other questions?
So a couple questions. First one was Fresh Foam Tempo or Go Run 7?
Ooh.
Oh,
Since I haven't actually run the Fresh Foam Tempo just yet, I'll have to hold my tongue on that.
Wait,
I do love the Go Run 7 Plus.
Have we showed the Go Run 7 Plus on here yet?
I don't know.
I don't think we have.
It's at my house, so it would be tough to do. But
That review's coming.
yeah, the Go Run 7 Plus I really like a lot. This is a story of a shoe that had a crummy upper. The Skechers team made a new upper for it. and it completely changed. It's a great shoe now. I think it's one of the best shoes out there, I would say.
Yeah, you're loving that.
Yeah, I would say it competes. Like, if you like a React shoe and you're upset that the Nike React is gone, it's right up there. The 7 Plus is right up there. Sooner or later, you guys are going to have to just let go of the problem with the Skechers name. They have some of the best shoes out there. The one that I saw, the Vanish, what's it called? The
Horizon.
Horizon
Vanish.
Yeah, or Vanish Horizon.
Vanish Horizon.
Anyway, that thing is so sweet looking. Like, it's probably one of the most beautiful looking shoes I've seen in a while.
And it's like a budget shoe, right?
Yeah, it has a soft, spongy. It's not made for like marathon distance. It's super light. I think it's like something like 4 ounces or something like that. It's ridiculous.
It's crazy light.
It's kind of like the old Nike Mayfly. Remember, it had like a tissue top with just a minimal bottom. But it's not hyperburst foam. It's more like a.
What's it called? Ultralight?
Yeah,
I forget.
it's really spongy EVA. I didn't wear it. I was holding it, touching it, loving it.
It's actually available in Running Warehouse right now if you want to check it out.
And I would definitely, if you want a short distance fun shoe, I think that and when I say short distance, I think you could probably do 10K.
Okay, so that's the Skechers Horizon Vanish, but also the Go Run 7 Plus Hyper is legit.
It's legit. Have you been running in it?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but I might try to get a pair.
It's sick.
So another question. Someone's currently wearing the 1080 V10 wide
Good
for
choice.
daily training, and they're looking for something to supplement speed, tempo, and race day up to the marathon distance.
That question's gonna go straight to Jared because he's our wide boy, and he has trouble finding race day shoes.
He has trouble reviewing shoes.
I know, right? Speed. Honestly, I was looking at. I could run. I feel like that fast.
The Zante?
The tempo.
The tempo.
And the
right?
the tempo.
That is something that I would pull out because the Rebel, in my opinion, is I don't like going more than a 10K in
This
that.
is definitely more firm than the Rebel.
Yeah.
And a little, I'd say a little more stable.
Yeah, that looks much more stable. So, I mean that
His tongue feels.
I also really like the Beacon 2s. I think that they're.
Yeah, you love
I
those.
forgot about those.
I mean, they're because we got them so early.
So where would they fit into that question? What he's trying to look for?
I ran a marathon in them and I
Yeah.
felt great.
Okay.
And I was able to go fast. They're light. They've got a little bit of firmness to them.
Yeah.
And
Do you,
they just
do you
eat
know
up
something
miles.
that I just learned about certain shoes? And this apparently happens a lot in the industry, but it's called an inline change. So sometimes when we review a shoe, we're getting an early shoe or we're getting something that's just coming out, and maybe the durometer of the midsole was a little harder or softer than they expected. So they just, as the shoe sells, they, without talking to anybody, they just make the change. And so it's not something that you would notice visually, but you could get a Beacon and I'd be like, I don't know, Beacons are too firm and I don't feel that soft give that people are always talking about. And you could get one later on in the year that is softer and has a better underfoot feel. And so I could be sitting there arguing a point on on one of the forums.
I believe that's actually what happened with the Cloud Flow or Cloud Stratus that we reviewed. Cloud Flow, I think. I think that's actually what happened because I was like, this is insanely firm, wood board, which they're not really known for being super soft shoes. But I think it was even over the top. I think there was an inline change.
Yeah.
On that.
So that stuff goes on. So if we review a shoe early and somehow they change up the durometer, sometimes we're going to be a little bit off on telling you how firm the shoe is or how.
But the fact remains, we're always 100% right.
Yeah, no. My opinion is 100% right.
Yeah. That's true.
Do you want to hold this again?
I mean, I could have a 3-shoe rotation between the Rebel, this, and the Beacon.
Yeah.
Easily.
Okay.
And that would be perfectly fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Just one more sort of comparison for daily trainer, React Infinity or Go Run Ride 8.
I'm one of those people that didn't love the Ride 8 as much as some people. I think I like the Go Run 7 Plus better than the Ride.
Yeah, I think it's probably a better option.
Yeah, and so I would actually compare the Go Run 7 Plus and the Infinity side by side. I feel like those are two similar feeling shoes, Both have somewhat of a rockered sole. Both have that kind of bouncy, midsole that you land down and feel propelled back up.
I mean, the 7 Plus is definitely lighter, right? I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure it is lighter.
Because the
I'd have
React
to weigh it.
Infinity isn't like a light shoe.
No, it's like I think it was 10.
It's like 10
10
and a half.
ounces.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10.8 or something like that. For a
I
size
can tell you
10
which
and a half.
one. I mean, actually, the Go Run 7 Plus Hyper looks pretty good, all things considered. But
I mean, it
the
just
React
depends what
Infinity
you're
is
looking for.
dope.
If you're looking for pure performance, or if you want something that looks and I believe that the 7 Plus looks great. I still think that there's a little bit of that pushback on the Skechers brand.
it's always going to be like. I mean, it's.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be like that for a while still. Not always.
They need to get into more shoe stores because people aren't seeing them. So then people see them and they're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
It's like a shock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's weird to me that they don't sell the performance line in their Skechers brick and mortar stores.
Yeah. Also, keep in mind that the React Infinity is more of like a slight stability. Like there is, it's not quite like the Epic React. Like there's that, you got that little medial piece of whatever.
The clip
that's under your arch.
and a wider platform.
It's a different fit than you're gonna than probably the 7 Plus Hyper.
Yeah,
would be.
and if you get the white ones, do not be afraid to get them dirty.
Yeah, that's what they're meant.
It's dirty is the new clean.
Or for you, it's always been.
Yeah, it's always been dirty.
This probably applies more to me.
Yeah, it probably does.
All right. Well, that's probably good. It's a little 45-minute show we got there.
Yeah, that's it.
So yeah, if you are still watching or enjoyed the show, or even if you didn't,
And you're rewatching it.
or rewatching, definitely become a Patreon member or think about it, look into it, check out the link over there.
It's like joining PBS or your local NPR station.
Yeah.
It's like
We don't have tote bags. Maybe we should.
maybe we should do a tote bag.
But I was thinking, believing around bucket hats.
But you know what?
Okay.
Bucket hats, okay.
Mhm.
But if you're a PBS member, it's like you just get that, and then you have to still watch and everything. But you're not getting that. You're not talking to the host.
No.
You're not hanging out with them.
No.
Interacting on a daily basis with them.
Yeah.
So you get all that kind of stuff if you come over to Patreon.
Come on over. And if you don't want to do that, just subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram, and we have a Facebook group.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Come to the Facebook group, like us on there,
Yeah.
and a page. So like both of those.
So get down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What they said.
And by the way, so next week we will be back. Or no, we won't be back next week.
What's next week?
Because
next
you're
week?
going to Donna.
Oh yeah, next week is the
That's kind of a
Donna
bummer.
Marathon weekend.
It's
So
okay. We'll be
maybe
here.
we'll do an early episode. I don't know. We'll figure
Yeah.
it out because we do have to do the Brooks Hyperion Elite and Brooks
Ooh,
Hyperion.
ooh.
Tempo.
why don't we say it right now? Why don't we do that Thursday?
Let's do a Thursday episode.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll do a Thursday episode next week.
Without
if
Jared.
we're doing
Without
Thursday night.
We'll try to figure it out.
That'd be
Stay
a whole
tuned.
different live
Stay
group.
tuned. All right.
We could test it. Then
Yeah.
Megan will be like, "Look, I told you night ones would do better."
Yeah, we gotta do that. All right.
All right.
All right. We'll see y'all.
We'll let you
Peace.
know.